Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I wanted to just give you guys an update on my skincare routine and what I've been doing to clear up my acne. A little backstory, around Christmas time I tried out a bunch of new skincare products and I just had like an awful reaction and started breaking out horribly. I actually have a video about some skincare products way back from December. So to make a long story short, my skin never got better after that. In fact, for the last 5 months since then, my skin has been breaking out constantly. Just as one breakout would start to clear up, another horrible breakout would start. And I could not catch a break. I stopped using a lot of those skincare products within a few weeks of starting to use them because, of course, my skin was breaking out. But things were not improving, things were not getting better. My skin just continually was breaking out over and over and over again. It was not clearing up. I have never had such bad acne issues like that. So I just kind of want to share with you guys about the process that I went through to clear up my skin and to stop the breakouts from happening. I have nothing on my face right now, just a little bit of under eye concealer. I did my brows and I have some lip gloss on, but other than that I have nothing on my face, so you can just really get a good look at my skin. After I was using some new products, basically what I started doing was removing one product at a time that I was using to see if that was clearing it up, because I was convinced it couldn't be everything that I got, because I bought some really reputable skincare products from reputable brands. So in my mind I was thinking it's got to be just like one of these products or one or two products. So I just started taking one product out of my skincare routine at a time to see if it would help clear up my skin, but it wasn't working. There was also a foundation that I was using, not every day, but almost every time I wore makeup, I was wearing the same foundation, and I haven't worn it for a few weeks, probably 4 or 5 weeks now, and I think that that might be one of the things that was also really clogging my pores and preventing me from being able to clean out my skin. So I'm really kind of sad about that because it is my favorite holy grail foundation, but for whatever reason I just think it stopped working for me, or it just wasn't working for my skin at the time. So I'm kind of taking a break from that foundation and hoping to maybe come back to it, and if it breaks me out then I'm going to know that that was a big contributor to my breakouts, which would make me so sad. But I really wanted to be one of those girls that could use all of these anti-aging serums and these wrinkle creams and these skin brightening serums. I wanted to do that. I think a lot of those products have good benefits, but unfortunately, I just haven't found anything that works for me because those products are so heavy. They clog my pores so horribly. So I went to like a bare bones basic skincare routine of using makeup wipes to remove my makeup, wash and exfoliate my face, and putting on a moisturizer at nighttime. And that was helping, but I was still having breakouts. Like consistently I was having really bad breakouts, and they were the kinds of breakouts that were just deep under the skin, really painful, not the kind that you could just like pop and then they would heal after a couple days. These were the kinds that were deep under the skin and were scarring my face. So if you look over here, you can see some spots. These are completely flat, but there's still a lot of the pigmentation there, like it's scarred my face because they were so deep under the skin. It would take weeks for one spot to clear up, and even after it would completely be flat, it would still have like a really dark spot there. So I decided I needed to go get a facial and just get like a really deep clean. I think that the products that I was using beforehand that were like heavy serums and heavy moisturizers just congested my pores so much that anything that I was doing was just not enough. It wasn't strong enough. So I went and got a facial about 6 weeks ago, and she did some really deep cleaning on my pores, and then she did some extractions to just really clear out the areas where I tend to get very congested. She used a dry brush on my face to exfoliate my skin, and I was like, that makes so much sense to me. I had always heard of dry brushing, like your body. There's so many benefits to it. Back when I was a teacher, I had heard about kids that have sensory disorders or just sensory sensitivities. They would dry brush kids because it just helps with circulation, and there's just so many benefits to dry brushing. I don't know why I never thought to do that on my face. So the dry brush that my esthetician had was really way too expensive, so I went on Amazon and I got this one, which is basically an exact dupe of the one that she had. I will link this down below in the description box, and all the products that I'm going to show you that I'm currently using I will also link down below in the description box. So the idea behind the dry brush is that it exfoliates your skin, it helps to promote circulation in your skin, it helps to promote your cell turnover rate, and it's not a product that you put on your face that could potentially clog your pores. So even with some of my exfoliators that I have, like my face washes that have the little like gritty beads in them, those were working to exfoliate my face, and I still use those once or twice a week, but previously I had been using them like every day or every other day, and they were really drying out my skin, and so then I would have to go in with like heavier moisturizers, and that was clogging my pores. So I feel like that combination of using the exfoliators that were drying out my skin and then putting on heavy moisturizers that would clog my pores was just creating a skin imbalance for me. The dry brush, I don't have to put anything on my skin that's going to clog my pores. This does the exfoliating for me, and it doesn't dry out my skin, doesn't clog my pores. In my opinion, this is like the perfect thing for me and my skin type. So basically, I'm going to walk you through my skincare routine because I truly believe that dry brushing has changed my skin so much in the last few weeks that I have used it. But what I do is in the morning, before I wash my face, I grab my dry brush and I just do about 1 minute to 2 minutes of exfoliating with this. So I start on my chin and I just really focus on exfoliating my chin area, and then I kind of work up, and I usually kind of count to 10 in each spot that I go with, or like 10 strokes kind of going up and down, and I use really gentle pressure. This brush is very soft. It's very gentle, so it's not like scratching your face or anything like that. And I just kind of work in upward motions and circular motions, and I just make sure that I hit every spot on my face. I go in my upper lip area, I kind of do like a horseshoe shape around my nose, and then I work upward and around my eye, making sure that I get the side of my nose really well. I do that on both sides, and then I do the tip of my nose, and I go up my nose and around my forehead. And then I focus on the center of my forehead because this is an area where I really tend to get congested, right between my eyebrows, the sides of my nose, and my chin. So I do take some extra time to work on those areas. So it only takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes in the morning, and then I wash my face, put on my moisturizer, and go for the day. Sometimes I put makeup on. A lot of days when I'm just home, I don't wear makeup. I am so convinced that this has absolutely changed my skin. So I went back for another facial last week, and I had been using this since my last facial appointment 6 weeks ago. And even my esthetician had mentioned that my skin was looking really exfoliated and that I had done a good job keeping up on my exfoliating, which is crazy to me because before I had seen her, I was keeping up on my exfoliating as well, but I was using like the gel cleanser exfoliators. So the fact that she noticed a significant difference and the only thing that I changed was using this brush, I was like super happy with that. But once or twice a week, I do still use my gel exfoliator, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm going to walk you through my skincare process. So first thing in the morning, I use my dry brush for 1 to 2 minutes, and then I just use water to wash my face because I don't really have anything on my face other than the moisturizers I put on from the night before. And then I go in with my Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. This is one that I had kind of gotten away from when my skin started going crazy. So I was thinking back about like what was I using before that worked for me, and this just works for me. It's so lightweight, it doesn't clog my pores, it has salicylic acid in it which fights acne. If I don't wear makeup during the day, then at nighttime I will just wash my face and moisturize before I go to bed, and that's all I will do. But if I do wear makeup, then what I will do is use makeup remover wipes. These ones are by Aveda, and I've been liking these ones. They're the Positively Radiant makeup removing wipes. Some makeup removing wipes I find to be too harsh, like they can really dry out my skin. So I've been using these ones and liking them a lot. So I will use that to remove my makeup. If I have a lot of makeup on, sometimes what I will do is I will take my Garnier micellar water and I will just add it to my wipe. I'll take a wipe out, add this to my wipe, and then take my makeup off. I use the waterproof one if I have used waterproof mascara, which pretty much every time I wear makeup, I wear waterproof mascara. But if I haven't worn any waterproof makeup, then I'll just use the regular Garnier micellar water. And then after I wipe all of my makeup off, I will either go in with a cotton round and add more micellar water to it and just make sure that I've really gotten every last bit of makeup off. Or I will just use my exfoliating cleanser. This one is by Boscia. It's the smoothing facial polish. I also have one by Aveda. It's their Tourmaline cleanser plus exfoliator. So I do still use my gel exfoliators, but I'm not using them every day like I was. I'll use this probably once or twice a week, like if I have worn a lot of makeup and I really want to make sure my skin is clear. But I only do this step after I've already removed my makeup, because if I start going in with makeup on my face, all I'm doing is like working that makeup into my pores. So I want to make sure that I remove my makeup first and then go in with my exfoliator, because I want to clean my skin. I don't want to clean my makeup, if that makes sense. After I cleanse and exfoliate my skin, I go in with my nighttime moisturizer. This one is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. This is their non-comedogenic one. Non-comedogenic just means it doesn't clog your pores. I have to be so careful to pick moisturizers and face products that are non-comedogenic, because if they aren't, they tend to just be too heavy for me and they clog my pores. So I will use 1 pump of this at night, and I will add to it 1 drop of 100% pure tea tree oil. So other than the brush that I feel like has really cleared up my skin, another thing that I swear by is this tea tree oil. This one is just from Trader Joe's. It's 100% tea tree oil. You cannot put this directly on your face. You have to dilute it in some way, shape, or form. What I was doing before was I was taking a little Q-tip and I was just running it under the sink to kind of soak the tip with water, and then I was dipping it in here and using it as a spot treatment. And the next day I would wake up and the redness and the swelling of whatever my spots were had just totally calmed down. But more recently, I've just been adding 1 drop of this to my moisturizer and using my moisturizer as kind of like my vehicle to dilute the tea tree oil, and that way it's just more like evenly spread out, and I feel like it's helping to prevent acne from happening. Tea tree oil does have antiseptic qualities, so that's really, really great if you have acne-prone skin. You just have to be careful with this. Don't use too much and don't use it directly on your skin. You have to dilute it in some way. I'm currently not using a toner. The one that I was using before, I just feel like wasn't working for me, and might be one of those products again that was just causing me to break out. That might be something that I reintroduce to my skincare routine now that everything is starting to clear up, just to see whether or not it's going to work for me. The toner that I have was a brightening toner, so it's supposed to help, you know, with those dark pigmented spots. It's supposed to help lighten those, so I'd really like to be able to reintroduce that to my skincare routine, but for now I'm just trying to keep it really basic. And the last step that I do before I go to bed, and I don't do this every night, usually just 2 or 3 times a week, is I use this Paula's Choice Resist BHA 9 treatment. So this is for treating stubborn imperfections. I've been using this directly in my under eye area because I feel like those pores were getting really clogged and causing like little white bumps under there. And I know everybody kind of has like little white bumps under their eyes, but mine just seemed like they were getting so much bigger, and when I was putting makeup on top, it just looked so textured under my eyes. So I got this, and I've been putting just the tiniest amount like directly on the spots that I need it, because I'm just worried that it's gonna clog my pores. Even though it says that it won't clog pores, I'm just a little wary of serums now, because every serum that I've tried has caused me to break out. So I'm just putting it directly under my eyes in those areas where I've got those little white bumps. And this really has helped to smooth out that area and reduce the appearance of the texture that was under my eyes. So I am a fan of this, but I use it very sparingly. All in all, I feel like the things that have helped me the most are getting facials. I'm trying to get them done every 6 weeks. I feel like that was just what I needed to reset my skin and start over because everything was so congested and so clogged. And using this dry brush to exfoliate my face is just awesome because, like I mentioned before, I'm not putting any product on my face. There's nothing here that can clog my pores. I do want to mention that I wash this once a week because obviously this can get dirty and collect bacteria from being on your face, and you don't want to use a dirty brush to clean your face. And the tea tree oil is just something that I feel has really helped when I do get a breakout to help calm it down, but also I feel that it is preventing breakouts from happening on my face. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. This is a routine that has been working for my skin. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to work for you, but if you want to try one of these products, by all means, I will have everything linked down in the description box below. Please let me know what kind of skincare products you guys are using and loving down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your ideas and things that are working for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much, and as always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.